Tech billionaire Elon Musk was recently taken off the top position on Forbes' real-time billionaires, being replaced by the CEO of LVMH, France's Bernard Arnault. These individuals and their families are apparently wealthier than most countries on the planet, and we as common folk can only look in awe as their ridiculously huge net worth keeps fluctuating and keeps ranking them amongst the world's richest people. The race to reach the top of the list, even though it does not relatively amuse the billionaires on the list, has always caught our attention just to wonder what they will do with all those monies. Recently, it's been French billionaire Bernard Arnault, chairman and CEO of LVMH, Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, who is wearing the crown of the richest person in the world for the first time in his history. In recent months, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, and now Twitter CEO, tech billionaire Elon Musk had been dominating the rankings, with Tesla shares dominating the stock market. But with Musk's recent acquisition of Twitter, investors are being cautious as his interests shift towards transforming the microblogging platform, resulting in Tesla shares losing more than 40% of their value. Therefore, time and time again, billionaires other than Musk have grabbed the spot, whether it is Amazon founder Jeff Bezos or Indian billionaire Gautam Adani, with the spotlight now on fashion tycoon Bernard Arnault, the co-founder of the largest luxury products conglomerate in the world. All of us want to know who this Frenchman is and what products he sells, which the majority of the people in the middle class cannot purchase. Bernard Arnault and family currently hold a net worth of $187.5 billion as of December 14. Arnault is not new to the 100 billion club, being the third person to achieve the impressive feat after Bezos and Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. He has consistently held the tag of Europe's richest person and has surpassed more than 4% of the country's economy he is from. Being the co-founder of the world's largest luxury goods powerhouse, Arnault derives the majority of his wealth from his 97.5% stake in Christian Dior, which in turn controls about 41% of LVMH, while Arnault family also holds on to an additional 6% of LVMH stock. So, who exactly is Bernard Arnault and what is his story? Let's check it out. Born in Roubaix in the north of France in 1949, Arnault graduated from the elite engineering school of École Polytechnique in Palaiseau. Hailing from the family that owned industrial construction firm Ferret Savenel, he became CEO of his father's business in 1978, before moving to the US in 1981 to venture into real estate. With him focused onto directing his career into luxury goods, he directed his father's fortune in construction into taking over Boussac Saint Ferrers in 1985, a bankrupt textile group, for $15 million. But it was not Boussac that was on Arnault's mind. It was a certain subsidiary that spun off most of the parent company's other businesses and used the windfall to buy a controlling stake in LVMH, whose two main companies, Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy, had merged in 1987. Over the next 3 decades, Arnault turned LVMH into a luxury fashion enterprise, selling champagne, wine, spirits, fashion leather goods, watches, jewelry, hotel stays, perfume, and cosmetics through more than 5,500 stores worldwide. Understanding the fashion potential of China, he opened the first Louis Vuitton store in Beijing in 1992. LVMH earlier this year lifted the age limit of its chief executive officer. That would allow 73-year-old Arnault to stay at the helm until 80, a sign he intends to be in charge for longer. In October this year, Arnault sold his LVMH private jet after billionaires were criticized for contributing to global warming and carbonization due to the use of private jets. Many billionaires, including Elon Musk, have had their jets tracked on Twitter and shamed regarding carbon emissions associated with them. With all these stories, the group had a plane and we sold it, Arnault said on Radio Classic, which is owned by LVMH. The result now is that no one can see where I go because I rent planes when I use private planes, he added. Arnault's rise, however, has not been without some failures. Corporate criticisms. He lost Italian fashion and leather goods house Gucci to his French rival François Pinault, head of the PPR Group, in 1999. Arnault also tried in vain to take over Hermès, known for its silk scarves and leather handbags, by secretly building up a stake in the firm. He rarely speaks publicly and does not like the limelight. Last year, LVMH paid a €10 million fine to settle a case as part of a probe into spying. Arnault abandoned his bid to secure Belgian nationality in 2013, issuing a mea culpa after it whipped up a storm of controversy, which rumbled on for months amid public debate over the tax arrangements of the wealthy. In 2011, he was received at the White House by President Barack Obama. Russian President Vladimir Putin welcomed him to Moscow 5 years later. Former French President François Hollande cut the ribbon on his Louis Vuitton foundation, while Donald Trump did the same for a Vuitton workshop in Texas. And when the historic Samaritaine department store owned by LVMH reopened last year, French President Emmanuel Macron was a guest at the inauguration. In Japan, China, and the Middle East, the luxury mogul has access to top leaders. Arnault has 5 children, all of whom work for LVMH, but show a little signs of slowing down or handing over the reins just yet. Every week, he makes a point of touring all the group's Paris-based companies. At its last general meeting, the age limit for his role as LVMH chief executive was extended to 80 years old, ensuring the luxury conglomerate stays in family hands. Married to a pianist and art lover, Arnault also created the Louis Vuitton Foundation, one of Paris's most prestigious exhibition locations for contemporary art. Will Bernard Arnault be able to stay on the #1 position for the world's richest man, or do you think Elon Musk will take his place back? Tell us in the comments below.